you that. You see, he told you. He had to get you out of here. He had to get you out of here because he didn't want to come over here. Yeah, Death knows better than to come over here. So if you try to bring him over here, he's going to get you out of here. I told you that. You a dingbat. You dingbat. I told you. Let's have this conversation, man. Let's have this conversation. These are hard conversations. These are hard conversations. I know. This is very hard. You think I'm crazy? I know a lot of people think I'm crazy because your world is a full-blown lie. Your world is a lie. You know, we want to talk about that. We want to have this conversation. Why not? Try to pack it out, you know? Try to have an adult conversation. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Earth Speak show. How you doing? Tell the people what your name is and where you come from, buddy.
Yeah, my name is Garrett, or you can call me James, and I come from Indiana. Just wanted to have a conversation about your background.
Absolutely. Sure. Would you like to answer, prompt?
Yeah, sure. So it says, were white people the actual slaves brought to the Americas? If not, explain. I would say no. The explanation is there is no evidence. There's no valid evidence to show that, whereas we have tons of documentation that Latinos and African Americans were enslaved and brought to the Americas.
Actually, there is no documents to support that. Actually, the so-called people that are being called African American was a reclassification from the American Indian, was reclassified to Negro, Black, colored, and then now African American. So what you're saying is not real, and it's colonization. And this really is a rhetorical question because this word slave does indeed originate from you.
From me.
From Caucasians, yes, you.
Oh, I should tell you, I'm indigenous, actually. Yeah.
Oh my
Have you heard
God.
of the transatlantic
You're indigenous
slave
to
trade?
what? You're indigenous to what?
The Americas. White
Oh
Mountain
my
Apache.
goodness, that is hilarious. What? You're what?
White Mountain Apache is the tribe.
Oh my goodness. Does your bloodline go back to the so-called Black Americans?
What do you mean, Black Americans?
Native Americans are not the American Indian. So when were your people reclassified?
Let me ask you, have you heard of the
No.
transatlantic
Answer
slave
my
trade?
question. Answer my question.
What?
Answer my question.
What is your question?
When were your people reclassified?
Reclassified. What does that mean?
I'll show you. See, look, now he's just a second ago. He don't even know what reclassification even means.
My people were always to the indigenous to the Americans.
Hold on. Wait a second. You don't know shit about the Americas. But now
I have a degree in history, and I studied specifically on America.
Well, I'm glad you do. And now I'm about to break your little. I'm about to break your history.
Where did you study?
Excuse me. Don't try to ask me a question. We're staying right there.
You studied
Don't ask
on
me
the
no
internet,
questions right now. Right. You see, right now he's crashing out. What does the word American
mean? I'm not.
What does the word American mean?
What does the word American mean?
Don't ask me to keep asking me the question back.
I didn't hear
you're the one with a goddamn history degree and all this other stuff. Tell the people what the word American means.
Someone who originates in America.
No, the word American is hundreds of thousands of years old, and it means something. What does it mean?
What is it? No, I don't know then. You tell me.
Exactly, but this dude's claiming to be a historian about the Americas. And claiming to be indigenous to the Americas. Watch this. I'm going to show you.
Nothing but a blank screen for me here.
I know, because I'm going to get this document to run down your back like hot butter fish grease. As you can see right here, the word America comes from this word, Ta Mary. Do you know what Ta means or Mary means?
No.
No,
Ancient
you
Egypt?
don't. This ain't your culture. You're not
Are you a
indigenous to
Hotep?
shit here, buddy. As you can see right here, Ta means land and Mary means the beloved lands. You take the T away, you get American. Khan means the land of the kings, you dingbat. Wasn't no little rinky dink tribes here. It was a full blown empire, you dingbat. As you can see right here, the Egyptians called themselves the Tamericon, dude. And you calling yourself a historian? You don't know about my culture here. The Tameri, the Tameru, the Amadi,
Are we
the
talking about Egypt?
American. You see that right here? Look, we call ourselves, you see that in my shirt? We call ourselves the Amaru still today. What did you say?
But this is Egypt. Aren't
The
we talking about
Americas
America?
is not, this is Kemet.
Egypt is in Africa, right?
No, it is not. And see, if you were indigenous to the Americas, you would.
Egypt's not in Africa?
No, Kemet is the Americas. Well, I'm gonna prove it to you
I
right
can't
now.
have a conversation with you.
I'm gonna
We
prove
don't
it
live
to you
in the
right
same
now.
reality.
I'll prove it to you right now. What if I can prove? I'm gonna prove it. It's
Sure,
my
sure, prove
culture.
it to me.
I can prove it. My
Sure, prove
culture.
it to me.
Now, this is me at the Sumerian hieroglyphics. Okay, your people have said that these people are Mesopotamian over from Iraq. Where do these people come from, historian?
I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Right, this dude's claiming to be a historian and got a degree in history. Don't even
You're the
know
one.
anything about
I do
none
have
of
a
this stuff.
degree. You can
But I'm
look
gonna
my
show you.
name up.
I'll tell you.
You
Don't
can look
crash
my
out.
name up on my university.
I look your name up. You're here right now and don't know shit.
And I don't know shit, right? You're just making baseless claims.
Look
Where's
your
your
name up.
evidence?
You're here right now and don't know shit. Look, as we can see right here, modern day archaeologists and historians like this dude right here said that that's a pine cone and it represents your pineal gland. They also say that these people are come from the Middle East and Iraq, Kuwait, and Syria. Okay, and which I'm about to show you that these people is like listening to this dude right here explain our histories around the globe is like listening to him explain the Tupac album. It's preposterous.
What are you talking about? So are you claiming that Black Americans are indigenous to America? Is that your claim?
You're corny. You're corny trying to explain the indigenous American cultures. Those people that's indigenous Americans. Those aren't from no Iraq, Kuwait, and Syria. And I'm about to prove it to you right now. As you can see right here, because that's not a pine cone. That's not a pine cone he's holding. That right there is maize, dingbat. As you can see right there, he's picking maize. He's picking maize, and I'm going to show you, substantiate that that's maize.
Can you answer that question? Are you claiming that Black Americans are indigenous to
I'm not
America?
answering no more questions. I'm answering the first question you asked. See, they want to try to confuse you and try to move it into something else. Excuse me. Don't talk while I'm doing this. People want to learn. You're gonna make me mute you. That's what you're gonna do. As you can see right here, he's picking that maize, and you see right here, and you see when you plant maize, you want to plant 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. 3 squash. And then you want to plant this too. You want to plant, look, a bean pod with the beans popping out of the pod, dingbat. Maize, squash, and beans. You know what that is?
The 3 sisters. What is this like? Where are you going?
Exactly. It's the milpa planting system, and it's indigenous to the Americas. As you can see right here, maize provides the stalk for the beans to grow up. Green beans provide the nitrogen to the soil. Squash provides the leafy cover so the birds and insects don't destroy this and holds the moisture to your 3 sisters trio.
Yeah, this is evidence. You're showing me plants, the 3 sisters, and you're saying that's evidence?
It is evidence, as you can see right here, because they're telling you how to turn your terra firma into terra preta. See, when you just plant maize, you get the terra firma or the hard land. When you plant that milpa planting system, you get the terra preta or the black lands or Kemet. This is the actual teaching of how to create Kemet on this planet, and he don't know it, claiming to be an indigenous person to the Americas. You lying cultural assimilating got caught in the 4K cultural assimilating the Amaru content, yo. So tell me again how Africa is Kemet again.
Is what?
You just said earlier that Africa's Kemet.
Kemet? I've never heard that word in my fucking life.
Right. Look, this cave boy up here trying to pretend that he knows our culture and he's going to teach it to us. Hilarious. As you can see right there, this is Kemet and how you create it. And it comes from an indigenous planting system from the Americas, showing that this culture was brought to that side of the world.
See how you're
lying,
convinced of
colonizing,
something, and this
cultural
whole time you've
assimilating
just been-
ape.
You see how you're convinced of something?
That's who
and this
you
whole
are.
time-
That's who you are, buddy. Now you're going to
You're not
answer
really
this
having a
question.
conversation
Tell
with
me
me, are
now
you,
how
though?
Africa is Kemet again. You said Africa's
Listen.
Egypt. Egypt, the real name of Egypt is Kemet. So this
I
is
said
how you
Egypt
create
is
Kemet.
in Africa. You dumb fuck.
Answer my question.
You
Answer
can
my
go to
question.
Egypt.
You said
You can
Egypt
look up-
comes from.
look
You
up
said
the
this
map.
comes from Africa. How does this come from Africa when this is an ancient planting system from the Americas?
Listen, if you don't want to have a conversation,
No,
I'm
you need
really
to
getting
answer
fed
the
up with
question.
this.
Answer the question.
No, you don't want to have a conversation.
Right? No, more like no.
You're a
I'm
cornball,
melting. I'm melting. You lying colonizer. He got caught colonizing. He got caught colonizing all up in the Americas. This is hilarious. Yo, bro. You got caught in the Americas colonizing. You got smooth caught too, boy. I ain't even going to the stuff that I was queued up to go into, bro. That was easy work and it was very satisfying. That was very satisfying. Anybody else want to come up here try to colonize talking about Kemet is in Africa? When it's created with an ancient planting system from the Americas? Any other historians want to pretend to come up here and just took his degree. His degree is over in my drawer right now. Okay? That's his little doctorate, whatever they gave him. Yeah, exactly. Universe agrees. Whew. That was a spanking. You went flying. You got to answer these questions. You're not just gonna move on to something else. You see they try to confuse you and they try to go into something else and try to weave another spell on you, try to get it. Somebody will start to overtalk it. Really? Somebody said I really didn't let him talk. And watch this. I'm not gonna let you talk. You got to answer the question. You're not going to just move on to something else and spew some stupid ideologies up here and then forget the first thing that you said, because that's what you're counting on people doing. You're counting on people forgetting the first bull crap you said in the beginning, and I'm addressing it. You see? I'm addressing your zesty Italian dressing. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, they try to. That's what you exactly have to do. You have to reverse their spell immediately. You can't let them. Yeah. Well, what's going on? A written debate? Man, get up here right now. Get up here right now. I got a written debate. What? Here's my first book right there that I wrote 2 years ago, homeboy. You cannot stop that information right there. This book right there, I just dropped my second book on the planetary alignment in February 28th. So if you want to have that debate, we can have it. We can have that debate. You want to have that debate? Write your soliloquy right now against that book right there. That tells the whole history of the world through the hieroglyphics. So let's do the written debate. Let's do it. I put these books right here up against any books you have. Any books you got. So yes, I take it. I'll take that debate. I'll take that written debate. I'll take that written debate, buddy. I'll take that written debate. And yes, I am the author of these books. I am the author of these books. So talk that written debate. Let's get it, buddy. I'm ready for you. What you want to do? Where's your, go get your stuff. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it right now. Those books will cover every little thing you ever say, covers everything. And it shows profound information from the hieroglyphics with the enhancements. Let's do the written debate right now. Let's do it right now. I'm adding this to the debate right now. These books right here. These are my own books, my own words, my own everything. My own everything. In color, full blown. And a written debate, let's go. I'm here. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Against any one of your scholars. It doesn't matter which one. Doesn't matter whoever it is, Ivy League or not. I would crush you. I would crush you. I'm already prepared. I'm prepared. I'm ready. What's up? Don't come in here talking to like you're the scholar of me, because I'll show you me translating the Bali temple in Indonesia. I'll show you me translating the Bali temple in Indonesia in these books. I'll show you the true translation of the cuneiform in these books. I have the real translation unequivocally of the cuneiform in this book. My second book right here. I have the translation. I have the real translation of the Sumerian hieroglyphics in this book, and I take it back to how we planted the oldest forest on the planet in this book, and which crushes your Pangea, which is I crush Pangea in my last chapter of this book right here. I crush your complete science in my books. So come play with me, buddy. This is the new Popol Vuh, and that is when the earth speaks. And I'm the only being that can write those books. You can't write them books. So let's do the written debate immediately. I'm ready. I'm ready. Don't ever talk no weird stuff to me, boy. You're not ready for me. What's up? You can go get them books on Amazon right now. Go get them books on Amazon right now. So what's up? Go get your written stuff, and I guarantee, because I show how Homo sapien is not real in those books. I show how everything. I show how your whole soliloquy, Carl Leanis, the Swedish biologist and physician, coined the term Homo sapien, but never even went to frickin' Africa or the Americas. I show that they later on used him as the lecto type specimen for Homo sapien in that book. I will crush you. I would crush you. Scientifically, I would crush you. Scientifically, I would crush you. So what's up? No, we know what's called. Yeah, you act like the slave. You're always working and want everybody else to go to work, and you only identify with what you do. Like, oh, whatever you do, and that's who you are. And you see what I'm saying? So it's you. You're the slave, and you a good old boy too. You like, oh, don't ever. My people are the ones who always go against these people. Your people never did that. Yeah, you're in the Chinese restaurants right now, working yourself to the bone till you're an old man just for money. You're so greedy. You're a greedy cave beast from the other side of the world. Okay? You crazy. He said you don't own beauty supply stores. We own the culture. All you do, you're a parasite. So you see our culture and how big it is. So you would latch onto it, and you're like, oh, they're very beautiful. So we're gonna do a beauty supply store so we can supply their beauty. You're a freaking culture vulture. That's what you are. That's what you are. You don't have no other culture but doing that, feeding off of us. You're a parasite. Now you're a flea. Literally, you're a flea, and now you're a crumb, and I'm flicking you off me, crumb. Point blank, you're getting flicked off. You a crumb. You don't have no culture in the Americas beside what you're saying right there. He thinks beauty supply stores is a culture. This Asian dude thinks the beauty supply stores are a culture. Yeah. You think that freaking food carts is a culture, dingbat? Get out. You're leaving the Americas. You leaving the Americas in the realest way. See, you don't understand what this is. You think it's some TikTok game or something, man. You leaving. You leaving. You getting pushed back to them caves. That's a fact. Yeah, you are. You better know it, cave boy. You better know it. Tell me what beauty supply store you own. Tell me which one you own, so we can make sure that nobody goes there ever again. Come in here and tell me. My people ain't going over to your spots no more. We don't give a damn about that. We know that y'all, what you did was you gatekeeped, and you gatekeeped it amongst y'all where the hair was coming in and all that kind of stuff. You gatekeeped it amongst yourself because you're weaklings. You know, if we get a hold of that, you lose, and you're not even anything in this whole situation. That's a fact. Yes, my people, the Aboriginal American people, the Aboriginal Americans. Our whole culture rules the planet. Which while you have a freaking food truck culture. What? What?
You're a disgrace to the creator, bro. You're a disgrace to the creator. You're people
my creator ain't
you're
your
something
creator, bro.
special.
I am. And watch this. You don't think so? Watch this. Watch this. You don't think I'm special? Right. Let's go get this. They hate the truth, man, because the truth erases them, erases who they are. They mad because I'm showing that you was the slave, dude. I got pictures of you in the transatlantic slave trade. I got pictures of Caucasian people in the transatlantic slave trade. And you being a slave is written on the hieroglyphics who the slave is on the planet. In the hieroglyphics, it shows you as the slave. It does. It does. It does. It's in the hieroglyphics. You got the same dress on and everything. They made you wear like a dress. Yes, it shows them in the hieroglyphics. It's a fact. Now they mad. Now you mad because I'm exposing that you are the slave that was brought to the Americas. You are. You ain't gonna you came to the Americas like, I'm American now. You're a slave. No. I'm not. No, I'm not the slave. The word slave was created because of you. Like literally, like you're a peasant and a laborer that was brought here. My people are the culture of the planet. Don't ever get us confused with you peasants and laborers that was brought here from Europe. You didn't know shit. We were agriculturalists and everything and everything. You didn't know anything about the earth or nothing. Literally, your children didn't even live past 5 at a 74.5% clip. They were just plucking you from over there. You ain't have nothing better to do. That's the real truth about who you people are. You ain't going to sit in my land lying every day. I ain't going to let you do it. And I don't give a damn if you don't like it. I don't care. I don't care. I wouldn't be saying any of this if you wasn't calling my people slaves. So this is me defending myself, and now you got pummeled. Now you're mad. So is this true or not? Were you does the word slave come from you?
Goodness. This the dude right here. This is my brother, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Man, you said Trump was gonna be president and it was gonna be a attempted assassination on him. You said that like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and this shit happened. You painted everything on from the bricks. I thought you was crazy, dude. You said so much stuff that came true.
I didn't just say he was gonna get attempted. He's out of here. He not gonna none of them people gonna make it. They're out of here, all of them.
But you said it was gonna be attempted assassination. It wasn't gonna make it. I think you said the first time. You said so much shit that didn't came to pass, dude. I'm still telling my boy that. I can't believe you, man. What are you?
Man, I'm the royal prince of the clans, man. That's why we were considered the royalty, because I could tell. I can show you the future.
I see you did it. I don't believe nobody. I'm from Compton, homie. You did a lot of shit 5 years ago. And it came to pass, man. It's freaking me out because I didn't have somebody jump out the bushes on me 3 feet away and let off 52 rounds, and I start crawling. I would never crawl. So I already feel like I'm dead. Me and my boy, we feel like we dead. How the fuck you miss all them shots 3 feet away?
We can't somewhere else. This is education.
Oh, excuse me. We somewhere else and we know we are, bro. We know we are. And then I brought
the Atlantean people.
Bro, he was 3 feet away from us. You understand? His friend just got
supposed to be beefing with your other people. It's these invaders that listen. These people, they go through great lengths to have us beefing with each other. You need to understand that those people have professional. Listen to what I'm telling you. You have professional makeup artists that if they have pictures of all of y'all. So they just get those makeup artists, professional makeup artists, to do composite drawings of your whatever you want to call it, and ride up on you, do the exact same car, exact same everything, had look at you and everything, and it looked just like that, dude. And literally, they got y'all beefing in the streets because they know you Atlantean people.
They've been doing that. They've been doing that, bro. And you'll be so surprised the mysterious shit we done saw after we go on missions and shit.
I told you can't cuss up here, brother.
Oh man,
you can't cuss here. I asked you not to cuss. Don't cuss here. This is an educational program. There be children in here. You need to understand that. People's family, they bring their children in here to learn, man. The real information. You see? I appreciate the support that I get all over the globe, man. Shout out to the people on the West Coast. I appreciate you. Well, you know, you're going against go. I'm telling you that right now. And the sun is back, and he sees everything again. I'm watching you, so I'm gonna leave it like that, man. I see everything you're doing. I'm the record, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna be the one who records what happens. So you don't want to be on that other side of the recording. I'm telling you, whatever, man. Go do your thing. Go do your thing. That's why I come here every day to get the ones who actually can be saved here. I told you I'm the royal prince of the clans, man. I incarnate every time to do the same thing. Every time the light cycle is coming, I incarnate here. Every time. My last incarnation was Thoth the Atlantean. This time I'm Earth the Atlantean, or the Earth speaks, the son of the sun. I'm the same being though. Look a little bit different in this job, in this avatar, but I'm still the same being. Yes, that's a fact. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. I am who they're hiding right here in the ancient lands of the Americas. They know they better not try to go up against me, boy. Because I'm going to end the whole thing in 24-hour period. It's going to like that. You don't want to do that. Put a 2 in the chat if you think I'm lying. Put an earth if you know I'm not. No, you don't have to die. No. My reputation around the globe precedes me, my man. People know who I am, and they know that I'm back on the planet. They know it. So we don't get all caught up all in the thing because they're back on the planet too with me. Don't just be me. It'd be the whole priesthood. So very thankful for them too, incarnating at the same time. Let's get it. So we come from the inner earth, man. We got a whole civilization in the inner earth that we go back to when the dark cycle happens. We don't experience the dark cycle. We got better things to do. I mean, we got better things to do, man. That's what y'all don't know. They don't know that. They don't know that. They think that their higher ups know it, but that's the regular old dude. They don't know. They don't know. They think that this is fairy tale, like all that stuff that they ever heard was fairy tales and all that stuff. They don't realize that those pyramids and all of that stuff was not built before 24,000 years ago. The light cycle wasn't here. That was the dark cycle. So anything you've seen there was there prior to 24,000 years ago. That's what people need to understand. You see, the dark cycle is 24,000 years. That's what you're coming out of right now. That's when you're coming out of it is when I come here and I bring you all the way out. Yes. Yeah. What you mean? Why? That's how the planet is. in the beginning, because there wouldn't be able to be matter if you didn't accept that that is what happens. You could see all these dark beings like Donald Trump and all these people. You can see them. Oh, excuse me. You can see them as you can dark beings and get mad all you want, right? But if you it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter because that's what you chose. You don't understand. They're liars. They're all of it. They're the whole thing. I mean, they're more atrocities than you could ever imagine. So yes, but they're all that. But you got to know that you chose that. Meaning us collectively. We all did. We all did. And let me explain. In the beginning, there was nothing but, it's talking about before there was matter in the universe. In a universe, before there was matter, there was just the frequency. The frequency, right? The frequency, that's it. A consciousness, that's it. The consciousness, right, gave birth to a thought, okay? Inside of that consciousness came a thought, right? The thought is what birthed time. You see, the consciousness has a thought, then the thought gives birth to time. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. The thought enters the consciousness and gives birth to time because there's a beginning and an end to a thought. You see? So it marks the time frame. See, time does not move like you see on your clock, on your watch. It marks the event. That's what time does. And you move through time. You see? They attached you to the time space with these watches and all that stuff. You don't need that. So inside of that thought, then after that thought is the word, and the word becomes flesh. But what is the thought is what you need to understand. What is that thought? What is the thought? The thought is, should we become physical or not? Right? It's a question. It's a question. It's always a question, isn't it? Should we exist physically? Should we make a physical being that makes other physical things? See? Why is that the thought? The reason why that's the thought, we know that that's the thought, is because we know that consciousness knows that it's a light and a dark cycle. The light and the dark cycle, it's a frequency. It's a frequency. So whatever the physical being we make that has arms and hands and a body that can make other physical things, it will experience that light and dark cycle. So it's going to have to see the atrocities, like the complete atrocities. So you see, we chose existence. That's how you know that you're the creator. And that's the reason why your ass was created. That's the reason why you were created to begin with. So you can create other things. Everything you see was created by someone, a being here. That's why you were created. There is no infinite creator. You are part of the infinite all of things. The infinite all experiences, say like you're a basketball player, say like you're Zion Williamson, right? That is the creator, okay? Experiencing experiences through dunking the ball, right? All those people in the arena are the infinite all of things too with him. And they experience in him dunking through a different perspective, like, so that is the infinite all of things. We chose existence. We chose for beings like Cheeto Dust and them to exist. Okay? We know we're going to be the light, though. And we 1,000,000 times stronger than these dark beings with funny looking haircuts, the caricatures. That's all they are. Okay? So, that's it. Simple as that. Now the light is here, though. Let there be light on this planet now. That's it. The dark beings, they got to crawl back to the dark corners of the caves from whence they came. Period. What else you want me to say? You the creator. How you doing? What's up? What up? That's the facts, and they are unequivocal. Yes. Mm-hmm. Y'all don't want to come in here? Y'all don't want to come in here? I'll change the joint. Change it up a little bit then. Try to give us a new crop of liars. It don't matter either way. We're going to go into how you are slaves. Are you literally? We have the Pan-Slavism movements. I have the full-blown Pan-Slavism movements. As you can see here, Pan-Slavism is a 19th century movement ideology that advocated for the political and cultural unity of Slavic people. That happened here in the Americas. Now you're calling yourself Americans? Wait a minute. Get out the way, you screenshot that goddamn doc. What we got here?
Grand Rising, bro. Grand Rising.
Peace. How's it going? 5203. What up?
What's up? I just was saying a lot of stuff you on. I've been following you for a while, bro. Me and you had a conversation a couple of years ago, but I've been following you ever since. And a lot of stuff you say, I'm here to, to say, bro, you drop it 100, man. You do. I'm on the same journey. A lot of stuff you said years ago helped me, to come to where I am, about the indigenous and, getting, status correction and knowing who we are and where we truly are from and, who's chosen. No, not you. No, I'm saying some of the stuff you said in the past helped me get to where I am. What I'm saying is what I've been studying. But yes, you helped out a lot, man. You drop a lot of good knowledge.
I appreciate your support, buddy. Yeah. I don't see the thing is right now for as far as status correction for me is my status correction is going to come through because how could they you think I could go to the court system and they could correct my status?
No. No. I know that. No.
They can't correct my status. The only being on the universe that can correct my status is the sun and the earth. You feel what I'm saying? Because I am the royal prince of the clans, and they're never gonna correct that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They're never gonna ever say that was ever even a thing because they want you to think that there was only tribes here, but really, we have full-blown empires and full-blown kingdoms here.
Long before.
Wow, when they came here, they turned into tribes. They try to make it, bring it down to a thing to where it sounded like they had to civilize these tribes, these primitive tribes of the Americas. No, this is the land of the kings, man.
That's right. And then they try to use Africa's lineage because they had an older culture to try to say we came from there. Because their culture is older than them.
Don't have no older culture than
No, I'm saying they try to say based on how they you know, their culture
African culture is nowhere near older than us because
I know that they try to say based on how their culture is that that's where we came from. No, that was never the truth.
They don't have mounds. They don't have mounds. Okay, we had over 1 million ancient earth mounds in North America alone. Those are the first pyramids. Like the people who built Cahokia Mound are the people who built Chichen Itza in Merida. Did you know that? Africa don't got no mounds, my brother. Africa don't have, they got termite mounds. They don't have one mound in the whole freaking continent, my man. So that's how you know they ain't the ancient lands. We have effigy mound, serpent mound, and you know.
And that's what I said in the comments. I said when foreigners came over here, the only thing they covered the truth of the indigenous people. The government had them come and, like he said, cover the stuff with mounds. Under those mounds is nothing but the truth of the indigenous. America is the biggest liars on the planet.
Destroyed the mound. I appreciate you, man. Well, you got to go get my books, man. You got to go get my books.
Because I'm going to tap into them for sure.
Ain't squared away. It sounds like that you're starting on, you're on the walk and sounds like you're getting close to having the full information.
Exactly.
You got to be able to put it together. You see
right. You're right. You're right.
You got to have these.
I'm on it, bro. I'm going to order them.
My books.
I'll order them.
These are my books.
Yeah,
this is
I got you.
I just wrote this. I finished writing this and put this out February 28th of this year. This I wrote 2 years ago. They're both on Amazon. You need to go get the books because y'all you don't know. If you don't have these books, you don't know. You don't. I mean, that's why you can walk up to anybody on the planet with this knowledge right here, and I don't care if they don't have these books, they're done.
Right.
They're done. They're done.
Now, I can say a lot of stuff you say, bro, be facts. I got to say that, man. It's true, man. It's true. If y'all sit and listen to him, a lot of stuff that he state, he going to lay it down before he vents.
Everything I say. Everything I say.
Right. He's gonna lay it down before all of the stuff even happened. And then years later, everything he say happened just the way he said it happened. It's true.
You seen this right here? You seen me do the Bali Temple in Indonesia, right?
I saw it.
It had Cheeto dust in it. Donald Trump's in the hieroglyphics. He's in there. He's in the hieroglyphics. He's in many different ones, not just one. So the man was predicted to come here and do these horrific things that you see him doing, and all of these warmongering people backing him up. You see people talking this MAGA stuff that they're warmongers, and they were never supposed to be around civilizations. They don't have any other culture beside warmongering. So you got to know that. I appreciate your time, big guy. Thanks for coming up.
All right, thank you. Yep, I'm here.
So, well, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you not like us at all. Pierre, you see that? I'm gonna help you hate. I'm gonna push you over the edge. He said, I don't even know if I like y'all. So I just blocked him. He just got blocked. I'm gonna help you out. You go now. You was on the fence. We pushed you over there, Humpty Dumpty. Sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty. I'm turning into a goddamn frizzy egg. Humpty Dumpty. Now look, so the answer is yes. Caucasian people are the people who were brought here on slave ships. As you can see right here, Caucasian slavery in the Barbary states. As you can see right here. Yeah, buddy, there's plenty documents to prove that you were the slaves that were brought to the Americas. It's a fact. 1,000,000%. As you can see right here. Estimates of the number of Caucasian people enslaved and brought to the Americas vary, but it generally is in the hundreds of thousands. It's millions. It's 60. Caucasian people migrating to the Americas is the largest mass migration in human history. Yes, over 60 million people. You see right here, and counting. They're migrating here right now. According to Caucasian Cargo, CC. I'll go get that CC on you. You don't want me to go do that. The forgotten history of Britain's Caucasian slaves in America. More than 300,000 Caucasian people were shipped to the Americas as slaves in the 17th and 18th century. And I showed you earlier in some earlier documents that they literally, the population of the Americas, of their population in the Americas was only a couple 100,000. So it was all of y'all's slaves, basically. Ohio State University history professor Robert Davis estimates that 1.25 million Caucasian Christians were enslaved in Africa, in the Barbary Coast. Let me go get you that map of that Barbary Coast for you. But damn you. Let me go get you that goddamn map. Let me go get you that goddamn map right there. He was in Africa. I'm just letting you know. Letting you know. Yes, you was enslaved in Africa, and then you came to the Americas trying to give us that story. No, my man. No, my man. We ain't having that. You bumped your Slavic head all crazy out here. Yeah, you bumped your head all crazy. Look. Now, I want to be very clear. The numbers, women will lie. Men will lie. Caucasians be lying like a motherfucker. But numbers don't lie. Here it is. Read it and weep. Read it and weep, dingbat. Here it is. Here we go. The result is that between 1530, 1780, there were almost certainly 1 million and quite possibly 1.25 million Caucasian European Caucasians, because they're not Europeans, because they do not descend to Queen Europa, Caucasian Christian enslaved by the Muslims of the African Barbary Coast. You were brought here as slaves. And then when you got here, you was like, I'm an American. No. No. No, you are not. And then you try to be like, you black people are slaves. No. See, now you try to teach, that's how they try to change identity, man. Single white female, single Caucasian female. Let me show you Scumskin. Let me show you Scumskin. Let me get these numbers squared away right quick. Let me get them to them numbers. Let me get to these numbers. I got these numbers for you. Where are them numbers at? Oh, see that? Here we go right here. Here we go. We get to it. Look. Outside of the British colonies, the Americas population largely comprised of at least 800 to 1 million in the 17th century, right? Look, where we at? Here it go right here. There it is. I got it. All right. The population of British colonies, the population of the British colonies in North America was roughly 250,000 to 260,000 in the 1700s. You see that? Hello, boy, I got you. Boy, I got you right where I want you. Got you right where I want you. Got you right where I want you. This is in the 17th century. So how was the Aboriginal, when we had hundreds of millions of people in the Americas, how are we your slaves? When literally it shows right here that there's only 260,000 of you in the Americas, and it shows right here in this other document that you're slaves being brought here. In the 1500s, it shows in these documents that you're the slaves being brought here in the 1500s. The 1780. You're the slaves that's being. We can track you being brought here. You can't track us being brought here. You see how I just tracked you being brought here right there? You can't do that to us. See that right there? And then when you came here, you started movements like the Pan-Slavism movements, as you can see right here, because you are the slaves that was brought here. I got your whole movements and everything. 144 on it. Pan-Slavism is a 19th century movement. It means it happened in the 1800s. This kind of matches the whole thing. Your peasants and laborers that was brought from Ireland. That's who you are. I mean, these is the facts and they are unequivocal, and I'm showing it. I'm showing it, man. I know you don't like it. Huh? Huh? Look. Immigration during the first 5 years of the 1850s reached a level 5 times greater than a decade earlier. Most of the new arrivals were poor Catholic peasants and laborers who weren't doctors or agriculturalists, didn't even know how to plant nothing. Builders. They weren't any of those things. So how are peasants and laborers from Germany and Ireland civilizing the Americas? As you can see right here, these peasants and laborers made the crime rate go all the way up. Look, Cincinnati's crime rate, for example, tripled when y'all came here. In the 1846 to 1853, and its unalignment rate increased 7-fold. See, they can't even keep their story straight. Did it triple or did it go 7-fold? Because if your unalignment rate goes up 7-fold, that means your crime rate goes up 7-fold. You got to add this 10 times. So it's triple, crime rate goes up triple, and you're trying to separate this from the crime rate. So that means that the crime rate in total goes up 10-fold when you get here. Literally, because you bring a whole bunch of hate groups from Europe. That's basically what you did. You think peasants are going to stay peasants for long, or are they going to start trying to make gangs and mobs and all of this stuff, these Italian mobs and all of this different stuff? What do you think they're going to do? They're going to start turning into Maya Lanskys and stuff like that, right? And you act like you civilized the Americas when you came here, like your mentality was civilizing here? When you turned into Maya Lanskys and all of those types of people? Most of you stole everything that you got. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Taught you everything. Disgraceful. As you can see right here, these people lying. As you can see right here, a new study suggests that 1 million or more, not or more than 1 million European Caucasians, they weren't Europeans, they do not descend to Queen Europa, who is an Aboriginal American princess and queen. No, you don't descend to her. Christians were enslaved by Muslims in North Africa. There it is right there. There's your document right there that shows that you were enslaved in Africa. And there's pictures of you in that slave trade. There's pictures, real-time pictures. I showed it.
Hey, what's going on? Peace, big brother. I just came up to say I did some research on the incubator babies. Man, you put me on, bro. I'm like, wow, these people are circus babies, bro.
Yes, and they come up here with all kind of different identities. They all got a different identity, but they're all the same. It's crazy.
Yeah, you opened my eyes with that one. I just really had to let you know that, man. That's crazy, man. They don't even know who they greats is because they don't have them. Yeah, man.
They don't want you to know that. That's why they keep your identity in their back pocket alive, saying you're from Africa. Then you got to argue that whole situation just to be like, man, who are you?
Yo, you the big brother for real, man. You the big brother for real, man. You could drop me down, man. I'm here just listening and learning, man. Let you cook. Go ahead, cook, brother.
I appreciate you, bro. Peace. Peace to the people, man. Peace to the people, man. Peace to the Amaru people, man. The enlightened ones on this globe, man. You see right here. Look, between 1530 and 1780. So y'all was getting brought here for a long time. So how was we your slaves at this time? How are we your slaves? What they're doing is during this time, right? At this time, they're perpetuating a bunch of conflicts on the Americas, as you can see right here, like King Philip's War, 1675, 1676, war pitted King Philip. This is the land of the kings. This ain't no nickname. That's his name. And Metacon and his the English colonial settlers. Look, during the war, New England colonies routinely shipped indigenous so-called Black Americans as slaves to Barbados, Bermuda, Jamaica, Algiers, Spain, Tangier, and North Africa. So it shows that they're taking our people from the Americas, bringing them over to the rest of the world to try to give the world a culture and some built and some stuff over there, right? And while they're bringing a whole new crop of Caucasian people who will spew their ideologies and all of their stuff. And that's what you see today. A whole bunch of people who are parrots from over that side of the world who parrot all of these invading ideologies. So literally, you could clearly see it's in the histories and it's written what they did here. It's written what they did, but it just got to be all put together. And that's what I do. That's what I do. I put it all together so people can clearly see that these people was brought here by Africans. The Africans brought these people here. Okay? They were the slaves of the African people who were being called Muslim Barbary people. Those are the Africans. That's the facts, and it's unequivocal. Unequivocal. Yes. The Africans, that's what I call them. They want to call themselves a whole bunch of different things. I call them just the Africans, man. All right? The Africans did it, brother. The Africans brought them here. You found it right here. What you mean? You just found it. Where can we find this info? It's right here. There's plenty of stuff. Look, plenty of stuff. Look, there you go. Go get the books. Charles Summers, right there. You can go. There's another book called White Cargo. You can go get that. There's all kinds of stuff, bro. There's so much. I mean, dude, what? I'm showing the information. I'm showing it. I'm showing it. Look, in all context, particularly in everywhere in the Americas, indigenous of Aboriginal American descent were all the time reclassified as Negro and Black people and official documents, effectively erasing their indigenous identity due to racist policies and practices that aim to maintain Caucasian people being indigenous to the Americas. So you need to know that what they call Caucasian supremacy is attached to Native American, is the Native Americans. Okay, that is them calling themselves Native Americans over the American Indian. You see, this is especially prevalent in the states like Virginia, and they always try to get you with that, oh, it happened in Virginia. But no, Virginia is the entire eastern seaboard, as you can see right here. Certain historical context, particularly in America's South, I just showed you that. Look, the entire eastern seaboard of North America, from present-day South Carolina to Maine, was at one point Virginia. The whole thing. So they try to trick you with wordplay, and you need to know, you say, from all the way up here, from there to here is Virginia. Okay, all these other names were made up names, but the paperwork is going to be in Virginia. The name Virginia. They want you to think that it's only happened here. That only happened here. So then why is all these other people called black people then? If that only happened right there? Why is all these other people called black people then today? They don't make no sense. It's observable reality that everybody that have Aboriginal looking skin, you call them black. Everybody's in Virginia. I'm in Virginia. I'm in Virginia. What you mean? I'm up here. I'm in Virginia. This is Virginia. That's what I'm explaining to you. The term Native American is an Anglicization. Nobody was ever reclassified to Native American, as you can see right here. While there wasn't a formal reclassification process, the term Native American gradually became more widely used, you see, with these Caucasian scholars that tried to culturally appropriate the American Indian, you see, to refer to the people previously called, you see that's cultural assimilation is what that's called. Look, the term Native American is considered an Anglicization. You see that? An Anglicization is a form of cultural assimilation, whereby something non-English becomes assimilated into, influenced by, or dominated by Englishness or Britishness. These people are British people trying to be indigenous to the Americas. Very clear. They never went through reclassification. I asked the dude earlier, when were your people reclassified? He was like, he didn't even know what the word reclassification meant. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're the ones who reclassified my people, and then now you're up here trying to act like you're the indigenous people in my land. It's completely preposterous. These people walking around. That's why I fried him like that earlier. Here's the pan-Slavism movements. There's whole like pictures of you people. Come on, dude. What time is this? Shoot. There's whole pan-Slavism movements, man. Okay, that happened in the Americas. Okay, yeah, but okay, pan-Germanism, right here. Okay, which also, see, that happened in Germany. Then when they came here, it morphed into pan-Slavism. You see, because there was a whole bunch of slaves being brought here, and it was Caucasian. But then they said, instead of perpetuating this, they perpetuate that we're the slaves and they're the real Americans. But when you ask them, what does American mean? None of them know. None of them know. Because you're you're a United States citizen. Not to be confused with the Aboriginal Americans, so-called Black American people. We're the only real American people. Now, all the rest of you are United States citizens. You're a citizen of the United States corporation owned by Britain, operating illegally in the Americas, calling yourself an American, but don't even know what it is. Preposterous. Yes, they're professional destiny swappers. And that's what their schools teach them. Professional destiny, how to professionally destiny swap someone. That's what their Indian schools taught, right? That's what their regular schools teach. How to culturally assimilate and how to, literally take people's identity. That's what they teach. That's it. That's why they're losing funding, because nobody wants to be taught by you people. The people that are in the all 95% of the teachers in North America are Caucasian people teaching the Americas. Don't make sense. You're not from here. You're invader to here. You're not from here. You're not from here. You shouldn't be teaching the histories of the Americas. That's preposterous. It's preposterous. You don't know them. You don't know who you are. No, they don't know who they are. So why would you be teaching my people that they're Africans? And that's why they're getting taught that they're because they don't even know who they are. They're just trying to have an identity and teach you something else that you ain't shit. And we ain't doing that. Keeping it real with you. You see right here, look, Pan-Slavism, the concept unifying Slavic people, had a presence in right here in North America, primarily amongst immigrant communities. Like, I'm not making this up and trying to be mean. You're making me say this. You're making me do it. Now you want to have Pan-African, what is it? Pan-Africans? You see, now they want to do Pan-African. This is the older movement right here. Pan-Slavism. Thought it was primary among immigrants community, though it was not the dominant force. This is the movement in the Americas involved advocating the cultural, political, and sometimes even territorial unity of Slavic populations. Now they're calling themselves Americans. They don't even call themselves Slavics no more. Often with the focus on solidarity against perceived threats or oppression from other groups. They need to do that because the United States corporation just gave them those protections. You see what I'm saying? You see that right here? Yeah, Pan-Slavism. Yes, the English word slave does indeed originate from the Slavic people. So a bunch of Pan-Slavics came into the Americas, started calling themselves Americans and calling us African Americans, but you the slave, saying that we were their slaves, but really they're the slave. This whole thing is completely, yes, evil. They are very evil people. You're just evil. You evil for no reason at all. You could be completely nice to those people and they'll just be evil for nothing. Yes, because they're selfish cave dwellers, literally. I don't have no problem saying it. Say it right to your face. Yep. Very clear. This is you coming here with everything you own from those Slovakian areas. You don't have no pictures of my people with their suitcases like this. Now you're calling yourself an American in the American. This is crazy. This is crazy. Now you're an American? And I'm African? Come on now. Don't let these people ever tell a story. Don't ever listen to their little hunky-dory stupid stories. Don't ever listen to it. Because then this lady now, her offspring, is saying that you were their slaves. Let them tell the story. We were their slaves now. When they were standing here, look, and they built the Americas. The Americas was built by immigrants. Look, when this is already here. You already see a full-blown train station over top of you. You can see you whited out the back of the buildings back there so people don't know that you're not the people who built this stuff. The Aboriginal Americans already been built this stuff when you were coming here with everything you own in this freaking sheet right here from Europe. Talking about you civilized the Americans. Now they're in the Americas talking about we civilized you. You're our slaves. But they don't like when I do this right here. They get mad at me for defending myself against the information that you people teach in your schools. No, you're not going to victim blame shit over here. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care. You can leave the Americas. I ain't going nowhere. You don't like it, go back to Slovakia. Period. That's how it's going to go. Go back to Slovakia if you don't like it. You know? Yeah. We know who the slaves are. So we know where you were brought from. We know the whole thing. Yeah. Pan-Slavism crazy. Now they got you trying to push Pan-African. The Pan-Slavs now want to keep your land, don't want to be connected to Slovakia anymore. They want to be Americans now, and now want you to be African. You see how they changed their identities and they want to change yours too? No. Here you are right here, buddy. Kapulvensiven. There you go. Sluvenslaven. There you go. Hogenslaven. There you go right there. Sluvenslaven. All right, Hagen-Dazs. All right, Hagen-Dazs. Hagen. Slugenslaven. God damn. Man, look, man, here go the Mirko language. What do you mean, English? No. The Mirko language, buddy. Well, we just like calling it English. I know you like calling it English. Then later on, you said you brought it to us, right? You brought us languages out of this line right here. You brought us languages out of this line. I guess languages was in this little sack right here. You have all the language. This lady right here was producing offspring that would freaking bring languages around the globe. Sure you did. Not the people who built these trains right here in the whited out buildings in the background. This lady, that lady, these people did it. Not the people who built this stuff and all the stuff that you whited out in the background, but you with everything you own in your suitcase right there. You did it. You brought it all here. Everything the Americans needed was in these suitcases. Would you believe it? They civilized the Americas from these suitcases in that sheet right there. Everything that the Americas lacked was in here, in these suitcases. Now, they offsprings in America talking about we civilized too. Are you out of your freaking bag lady mind? Are you out of your mind? I told you when I put a question up here, it's rhetorical. Yes, the Caucasian people are the slaves that were brought to the Americas. Then they said that they're Americans now and you're African American. That's why they reclassified my people, the real American Indian, to Negro, Black, and Colored, then started Native American groups, gatekeep, and took over the United States Corporation, and then argued themselves into our police and army. But now you're going to go through your judgment and tribulation for what you did here. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. And I don't want to hear you crying and belly aching either. So you better send everybody you got over to that situation, because when that fails, and it will fail, when it fails, you are out of here. All of you. So with that, I want to pay divine honors to the universe, divine honors to our Father, the Son, divine honors to our ancestors, divine honors to our beautiful planet, Mama Earth, and our ancestral lands, Mary. Shout out to the donators, gifters, subscribers in the live stream. I'm gonna see y'all later on, man. I got a couple things I gotta run up to right quick. Yeah. Now you see, this ain't no damn game. This ain't no game. We know exactly who you are. I can prove who you are. There's plenty of documents. There's many pictures of you in that slave trade. Pictures of you getting counted. Pictures of you in the immigration stations. Okay, getting counted and filtering yourself into the Americas. Let me see. Y'all have a great day, man. Make sure you go get the book so you can defend yourself against the Hyksos of this planet, man. Gotta have the books, man. Exactly. That's what they're doing. Talking when they came here, civilized the Americas. All they was thinking about was taken from the Americas. They never thinking about doing nothing. They took the self-sustainability and then put stores in there. It was like, look, I got the food. These are the people who knocked over all the female trees and then took those fruits and put them in Wawas and Publix and Winn-Dixies and said, I got the food now. Created the problem and then came there as they're the saviors, the civilizer. We had fruits and nuts and berries and strawberries and raspberries all over the place. We didn't need, and it was fresh. You didn't need to put them in your refrigerator because you just picked them when you wanted them. And they stayed on the branch until that's how they stayed fresh. You didn't need to put them in a refrigerator. You picked them when you needed them, so they didn't go bad. The extra ones that you had, if you had extras, you just gave it to the next door. Here, these gonna go bad if you don't get them. So everybody had stuff. You took that away. That's what you took away. So let's be very clear here. We know who you are. We know who you are. Exactly. And the earth ate too, because we did our milpa, we did all of our stuff the proper way, and it was self-sustainable. You didn't even, once you plant that milpa, it goes on its own. You didn't barely have to water that, man. It's just gonna go wild. Boom, boom. It's gonna start booming and make the fertile soil right there. So it's like, you people are ridiculous, and we're done. We're done with you being here. So we don't need your industries. We don't need your fidget spinners. We don't need none of that. The United States Corporation only makes fidget spinners. That's it. You don't do anything else. So you can take you and your fidget spinners and your kites and get the hell off the Americas.
Yeah, but you haven't rated. It was our card before. Where's the sport car? Where is the sport car? Where's the sport car? Too bad, look at... Ah! Traumatized. I went early in the morning. So today... Alright, never mind. We're too far now.
Too much. And then he's saying a whole bunch of things that he's just not backing up. Now, I'm not saying stop saying all of these things, bro.
It seems like Democrats want him to do that. No. To me,
you ever seen a tiny dude?
Well, you saying it seems like the Democrats want him to do it.
Yeah, the inclination is, I think they want Trump to actually do what he says and go over there, unalive a bunch of people and BOMB people because they want to call him Taco. They want to make fun of him instead of saying, you know what, kudos to Trump for showing restraint. Why don't you say that?
Kidder, people want him to put his Twitter thumbs to rest. People want them to stop saying things. It's not that we want them to do it. We just want them to stop saying stuff.
I can agree
all
with
of this
that.
talk is manipulating the market at best and making us look weaker at worst.
Now you're going too far. Manipulating the market is intentional. That's different. He's not intentionally manipulating.
Oh man, brother.
You had me at the first part, bro. But you went too far.
I can't believe nothing that you be standing on when you still talking about the Democrats made everything cost so much, and you're not going to actually put the blame on the health crisis that we just went through.
And let's share the live out, you guys. Let's share the live. Let's get at least to 200 shares, chat. So I need for everyone to share the live out as well. So you can't point to any tangible gains that you actually got from this administration since they've been in office, brother?
No, not for Black and brown people exclusively. And I'm not saying that the administration is perfect and we're happy.
You're not saying that the administration is perfect and what?
Yeah, and that they did something exactly for Black and brown people where we could see 100,000%. Actually, I do feel like Black and brown people matter, and I hate Black and brown people. I'm not Black nor am I brown. I'm American. I'm just going by using your vernacular to get my idea across.
But you have dreads.
So you don't identify as Black and brown?
No, I identify as an American. An Americano. Yeah. Soy Americano. Americano, sí.
Black, me no black.
I know black. I know black. I know brown. I know brown.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Targeting that specific group, but I think that's unfair to target a specific group. Just worry about American citizens in general as a whole. And I agree with that standpoint. I don't agree that you should just help out one community because of their color of their skin. And this is ridiculous. It's 2026. We're not in 1950 anymore.
Oh, so you saying white people don't do that anymore?
No, I think the most people on welfare are white people live, by the way. I mean,
well, we ain't talking about, it don't have to just be welfare to help people out with the same skin. But we can go back to how Pete Hegseth is stopping Black people in the military from getting promotions.
I was about to say the Black, brown, and white people that I talked to about taxes this year all said that they got less. And whoever did get more, like DeAndre in the comments said, we putting that in the tank, bruh. Have you seen the gas prices?
About $3.93 on average.
If the majority of Americans, I'm just saying, if the majority of Americans don't pay taxes because their income is not high enough, then how are they benefiting?
Again, you see how you guys always find this like the negative of everything. Well, why don't you just look at the positive that we got 17% more in our pockets? It always seems like you guys try to find the little pessimism, the little hole you could go into. It's like, this is, come on, come on, Corey, that's a good thing. Stop it.
So if your refund at the end of the year is usually about $500, and you get $85 back in addition to that because it's 17%. How does that help the average American when you divide that by, let's say, 52 weeks?
Again, it's just better than nothing. You got more money in your pocket, Corey. You got more money in your pocket.
I would prefer, well, when it comes to our community, I would have preferred instead of giving the $85 more, I would have preferred to continue the long-term investments from the previous administration as opposed to cutting those investments because they deemed it DEI. Because I think those investments is how we were going to change the wealth gap when it comes to Black Americans and white Americans. Just giving us a tax cut, if you're not really paying taxes all like that, or you may get a $1,200 refund and then you get 17% more. That, to me, as a whole, that doesn't really help.
But I beg to, I mean, look, Trump administration has attempted tariffs, which I've always said is a good thing because it kept interest rates low. It kept foreign investors were willing to invest in this country because they said, you know what, I want to avoid those tariffs. Let me buy some government bonds or let me invest in the country so I could avoid the tariffs. The Supreme Court said no to that. So now we're going to have higher interest rates, which hurts all Americans. We're going to have less capital investment from foreign investors because they have no incentives because the tariffs are. So at the end of the day, Trump is trying to do things, but the Democrats and the liberals continue to put a roadblock on him. Just like what happened in Minnesota. The American people wanted mass deportations. And what happened? You had a bunch of liberals go out on the street, get run over by cars, get GUN in the face, all this nonsense. So Trump said, you know what, I can't go this direction, even though that's exactly what the American people voted for. So at the end of the day, Trump wants to do things, but unfortunately, he has a roadblock every single time he wants to do something.
Wait, Kidder, why did the people, hold on, brother. Why did the people in Minneapolis start protesting ICE?
Oh, because the media portrays this image that ICE are a bunch of savages and they just want to go around and terrorize communities, apparently. So people fall for that nonsense and they get incentivized to go out there and put their lives at risk. They get emotional instead of being logical and saying, you know what, this is what the American people voted for. We have about 12 to 20 million undocumented immigrants in this country. We need to handle that. But instead, the liberals say, no, that you're racist, blah, 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 blah. And then this is what happens as a result, Ms. Corey. So at least Donald Trump said, you know what, it's not going to work. I can't do this. I got to get out of Minnesota. I can't continue this pathway. And unfortunately, we're not going to get what we want.
The reason why the people in Minnesota and Minneapolis was pushing back, because number one, Minnesota total has a 9% population that were not born in America. They were born somewhere. 9% all illegal. And when they were going after the Somali community, 87% of Somalis are American citizens, either nationalized or born here. So what they were saying is, why are you here harassing the Somali community when 87% of them are citizens and the majority of the ones that aren't, that 13%, they're here under some type of protective status, whether they're here from some refugee status or something like that. So they're like, you're harassing our citizens who are here legally. Why aren't you sending ICE to other places where they have a huge illegal population? Because in Minnesota, they don't even have a huge immigrant population, let alone people that are there illegally.
But Ms. Corey, the proof is in the pudding. I don't know if you remember with that gentleman, the journalist who went to the learning center, which was spelled completely wrong. I mean, that just shows you the level of fraud and rampant abuse that was going on in that state.
Okay,
you have court cases.
Hold on, one at a time.
You have court cases.
One at a time.
I'm trying to tell you that your numbers are probably wrong.
Kidder, if they were concerned with fraud, ICE was not the ones to send. They could have sent people from their DOJ or the FBI or whatever to do it, because fraud is different. Are you in Florida?
No, I'm in Massachusetts.
Okay, well, I'm in Florida. We have in South Florida, we have the busiest fraud department in South Florida in the country, because that's how rampant fraud is in our state. And we have a huge population of people who are not illegally. So why not come to Florida, where there's a huge fraud issue when it comes to Medicaid and Medicare, and we have a huge population of people that are not here legally. Instead, they sent ICE agents to go after a community that they thought was committing fraud. That doesn't make sense. They should have sent law enforcement. And that's why the people in Minneapolis was like, what are we doing here? People here are citizens. They're
Okay, Ms. Corey.
87%. So you are harassing these people based solely on how they look.
Let's walk this back, Ms. Corey. Remember, before Minnesota, they tried Los Angeles. And what happened there? Stones being thrown, cars
That's
being
where they
damaged.
should be. But
Okay,
California is where
and
they
what
should
happened
be.
there? Attacked. ICE agents were attacked for doing their jobs. Yes or no, Ms. Corey?
Actually, Kidder,
Are we talking
remember.
about?
Hold on,
Are
Mrs.
we
Corey.
talking
If I
about
could just hold on, Mrs. Corey. If I could just interject
hold on,
2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, once Trump won the election, they went into riot mode with no ICE going in. LA just went crazy for no reason. Remember that, okay? I didn't forget that. Y'all just went crazy in LA.
Trump literally said ICE.
I don't live in LA.
He nationalized the
All I'm saying
troops.
That was in
in LA.
response
I don't
to
know
the
why you did
insanity.
it.
That was in response to the insanity, Emma.
Kidder brought up Minneapolis and how the citizens
Hey,
came
you gonna
out
have to
and
quit
started
calling me that.
protesting. And all I'm saying
Started
is
a
they
long
were
time ago.
protesting
I just met you.
because there was no reason for ICE really to be there, given that 80s, especially in the Somali community, when 87% of them are American citizens. And the other are here on basically some type of refuge status, some type of TPS status. You have a slim, maybe, percentage of people who are here illegally, but we don't know that because they're in the wind.
But Ms. Corey, ICE agents are
politicized it.
ICE agents are in every state. ICE agents are here in Massachusetts. ICE agents are in Minnesota. They're in New York. They're in Florida.
Corey,
they're
it
all over this
sounds
country,
like
Ms.
they
Corey.
got all that tactical gear and all of that so-called training, but they don't really want no smoke for real.
Well, they didn't go to where they should be going, and that's why the people in Minneapolis was like, "Why are you here? We don't have a illegal immigrant problem in our state."
Get some type of as soon as they get some type of pushback, we can't go there because they're too violent. Nah, y'all been violent. Y'all been treating people like less than human. Like y'all been having inhumane tactics, and as soon as y'all get some pushback because people really want that smoke with y'all because they know who y'all are under those ski masks, now all of a sudden, like, oh well, we don't want to go there because we got rocks thrown at us. They was throwing snowballs at y'all in Minnesota.
But Fat Mac, did the American people not vote for mass deportations? That's exactly what we voted for. So when you try to
can I say something?
We already had mass deportations under Obama and Biden, and they were more successfully, and they were done more law-abidingly, and we did not have civil unrest because people weren't being dragged through the street, pulled out of their cars, pulled out of their jobs, raided wherever they were at the Home Depot. They weren't doing
umbrellas weren't getting
current ICE agents do.
Taken by when putting groceries in their car. Like it was a different. Obama deported a lot of people, as did Biden. Deported a lot of people, but they went to where the people were.
Let's keep it in perspective.
And let's keep it in for political reasons.
They actually deported people. We're currently just detaining people that aren't getting deported.
We're detaining them.
So, like, I need y'all to get.
Yeah, we're detaining them. We're keeping them in these detention centers for lengthy periods of time. Why? So that whoever is controlling these detention centers can bill the government for housing these detainees. And they are there for what, months before they get sent back to where they came from.
Ms. Corey, what state do you live in, Ms. Corey?
And I'm in Florida. So
I don't
have no room. I don't have no room to talk when it comes to fraud, because fraud goes rampant in our state.
What I'm saying, you was in the epicenter of the Title 42 being lifted. You was seeing the chaos around you, weren't you? Florida was the capital of what was happening, and Texas. So I'm surprised that you're okay with this. I'm surprised that you're okay under Joe Biden's leadership. That's what happened in your community, Ms. Corey.
Hey, Kidder, where y'all be finding all these mobile goalposts, bro? Like, where y'all be finding these mobile goalposts at? Y'all be finding the goalposts that got wheels on.
But to that
I need
point,
to know where y'all get them from.
To that point, Kidder, if fraud is rampant in Florida and illegal immigration is rampant in Florida, why isn't this president pulling DeSantis on the carpet for the fraud that's going on in our state.
Well, I think
Why isn't he
doing a great job with immigration before Trump got into office.
I'm talking about fraud. He's focused on Minnesota. Fraud in Florida is rampant.
But because of undocumented migrants?
No, it's not the people in Minnesota. Okay, I'm going to say this again. 87% of the Somali community in Minnesota are citizens. They're Americans. 87%.
How do we know those numbers are accurate, though?
Honestly, you got to pull that up. First and foremost, Kidder's correct. And second of all, we still got to
where's that coming
13% up. If that's
you think pull up anything you was talking about, please pull up anything, any of them fake facts you had earlier. Pull those up too.
I'm just saying, like,
you at it.
I could come up with statistics all day.
What is this guy talking about? I hate it when they do that. You pull up your proof, bro. We didn't make a
5% of Dominicans are legal. What?
Pull New York's prices was high because of Democrats. Show me where on.
Bro, go home.
Break it up, fat man.
Yeah, go home, bro.
We got that Obama phone.
So the
hey, Governor just said being a citizen doesn't make you an American. What in the world?
Can I just say 1 second, brother? I don't know how long you've been following this, but the Somali community, Somalis started coming in under Papa Bush's administration at the end because of the civil war that was going on. They've been here since the 90s. So 58% of them were born in America because they've been here since the 90s when they started coming in. They didn't just start coming in under Biden. They've been coming in.
That could be true.
And we know Ronald Reagan was very loose when it came to giving people a pathway to citizenship.
He only passed one bill.
And
he passed one bill to citizenship.
But when it comes to people seeking refuge, we're still under his immigration policy when it comes to people seeking refuge. So they started getting citizenship.
That was one bill for a group of people, not a bill for the all time.
People seeking refuge.
I
got a question for Wonder Bread.
But that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Can I ask you a question?
We still have the same immigration bills when it comes to people seeking refuge and getting on a pathway to citizenship. The Somali community, when they came in the 90s.
I don't know if you're Dominican. I don't know if you know what a motoconcho is. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you feel like you was a Dominican Republic or a third world country at times walking?
I felt like I was in a third world country. They were on motoconchos snatching persons from old people in a park, bro. It was in the news.
Who was the leader of the
time in Central Park? Hold up. The kids I was asked the question. The kids in Central Park, kids from other, these Central Americans, they were in Central Park assaulting Americans in Central Park. It was on the news. Come on, y'all.
Who sent them there?
Who were attacking police officers, I believe.
That was on camera. All over the news? Absolutely. What about that immigrant that lit up the JD sports store and hit a tourist in the leg? They found him in Yonkers hiding up in his mom's house. She was holding motoconchos. They're little motorbikes. How do you describe like
those little motorcycles that do delivery with the big ass DoorDash boxes in the back?
Yeah,
you ever seen them?
Okay, so again, we're talking about the Somali community, right, in Minneapolis.
Motoconchos too, Corey.
And why the citizens of that city, a lot of white people were out there pushing back against ICE because they are citizens. And they're like, why are you here harassing Americans? Americans don't like that type of thing. They don't want the federal government coming and harassing them. And that was the pushback.
They weren't going after.
Hold on, Brett, I got to welcome in the new person. What's going on, Memorize?
Hi, Memorize.
You there, Memorize?
You back from Africa?
Let me turn my volume down.
Memorize, are you there?
It's been a long
she got
time.
she probably
Oh,
got
maybe she
gone.
got a phone call.
Go ahead.
Fax. Is Fax next or Emmanuel? I mean,
Emmanuel.
Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
My fault. I was on mute. I guess it's my turn. Oh, man. Y'all know how long I was waiting. No, I'm just playing. But
tap that live chat.
Kidder, you said something interesting that the American people voted for mass deportation. Can you tell me where on Agenda 47 or Project 2025 that the American people agreed for the federal government to be having access to state voter rolls as Pam Bondi requested in Minnesota?
Listen, sir, I've never written that document. I don't believe in that document. I think that's pure nonsense. Some project. Come on, man. I don't believe in that.
You don't
nonsense.
believe in her own signature document that she
I don't believe in
requested?
Project 2025, sir.
I didn't ask him anything about Project 2025 specifically. I said, why did Pam Bondi?
You 100% just did, sir.
I said, it wasn't just about that. I don't know why y'all are still harping on just Project 2025. I asked specifically about Pam Bondi asking for voter rolls.
This has got to be
y'all not tracking this
gaslighting,
conversation?
bro. It
Why
was
you
just
not tracking
forgot what you just said, Emmanuel.
No, I know exactly what I'm saying. Bro, so now y'all gonna argue about Project 2025 instead of the voter roll conversation. Is that what we're doing?
This is gaslighting.
Emmanuel,
Gaslighting,
they done moved the goalposts about
Is this what
4
we're
times
doing?
in the last 5 minutes, Emmanuel.
We're gonna debate and cry about Project 2025 instead of
because
the voter roll cover.
Just Project 2025 didn't say that. It was
That
like, well, we don't believe in Project 2025. Well, I didn't say Project 2025.
That was not the point of my question.
Let him finish, brother.
Yeah, I don't get why y'all being difficult. My question was very specific. Why and where did the American people agree upon the federal government asking for state voter rolls for them to remove federal troops? That was literally what Pam Bondi asked for before she got fired. That was the point of my argument. Can you explain that to me?
We don't need to because she got fired.
Oh my
Is she still there, Emmanuel?
Yeah, like, is she still there?
Like, obviously,
she wasn't doing things right.
Oh my
got
goodness.
fired.
So
Share the
y'all,
live out,
you
chat.
gonna
Share the
scapegoat
live
her
out,
after
y'all.
that? Okay, cool.
And tap the live chat. Go ahead, man. Oh, hold on, man. Hold on.
They trying to be
I thought he was a Trump supporter, man. I'm very disappointed.
You there?
I thought he was a Trump supporter.
Memorize?
Good morning, host. Good morning.
Good morning, Mesmerize.
How y'all doing?
Mesmerize, what's happening, my Ghanaian sister? How you doing?
So, memorize. One of the questions say, with rising tension, mixed messaging, and no clear end game, what real progress can the Trump administration actually point to, or is this all just controlled chaos with a PR stand?
Well, host, it is a lot of tension. It is a lot of mixed messaging. I really think this is a PR spin because their king is losing. MAGA, booted up, suited up. Y'all better get ready because when the draft comes, y'all going to be the first one over there in Iran. And when I tell y'all going to be the first over there, America losing. Then y'all just hear the defense man done said, the stockpile is dwindling. Y'all giving all this money to this bootleg Hexef. I ain't even gonna put it on there. I'm putting his last name. Hexef. What are they doing? Nothing. Y'all over there messing with these people country, trying to tell them how to run their country. And y'all voted for this bootleg man to end all the wars, to lower the gas prices, to lower the grocery prices. All y'all MAGAs was crying because homegirl Kamala and Biden was doing something. Now y'all let this fool come in, and what is going on? He has yet to focus on America. Oh, his stocks, his net worth is going up and up and up and up, just like his age and just like his weight. What is your net worth going? It's going down, 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 baby. The rich is getting richer. Poor is, you're just poor, okay? You gotta wake up. Thank you, Virginia, turning it blue, redistricting, play their game. So everybody should be voting with the blue gang. It don't matter. The blue gang has done more for all of Americans than the red gang. Y'all hollering about give a stimmy check. Who gave y'all that stimulus check? A Democratic Congress. He just wanted to put his name on there. Now, y'all need to wake up, y'all MAGA, especially y'all ratchet right Republicans, because these fools trying to go back in with 7 new bills that have nothing to do
Tap the
with
live chat.
America. And we're helping America. These fools about to go back and vote in for y'all king, MAGA. Hootie hoo, get your pitchforks ready. Cause y'all y'all tails, cause I know it's not Friday. Y'all tails going to Mount Rushmore to carve his name in Mount Rushmore. That's one of the bills they about to trying to pass. Then they want to make a $250 bill with y'all king on there. How is that helping America? Oh, they want to make his birthday an international holiday. How is that helping America? And y'all ask gas. Oh, sorry, hoes, because I know you don't like that. Gas will not be going down no time soon. He talking about next year. It's not even going to go down next year. Y'all better wake up. Y'all can't even pay your rent. You're living in U-Hauls. You're living in hotels. Baby, them EBTs is gone. He said he didn't cut all y'all off. You
When
ain't
how
getting no
long is this gonna go?
$5,000
She's not even making a
check.
point.
Y'all
She's just
didn't
like
let
insulting now. How long is she gonna go
go in
for?
there with his fake Doge
Let her
and become a
finish.
trillionaire. Y'all didn't let
Man,
all these other ones get richer.
this lady's
and
out of her
richer.
mind.
What are you doing? Nothing.
She has a timer.
So wake up, America.
15
Go
minutes?
vote with the blue gang.
I'm just
this
kidding.
year. Go vote with the blue gang this year. And maybe they'll help. Ho, stop going on mute.
You come out and get 8 months of words.
This lady is praying for the downfall of this country. This lady is pro-Iranian.
No,
this
man,
lady is pro-Tigris. This lady is out of her mind.
It just be funny.
I'm pro for minding your business, Karens and Kens. I'm pro for staying in your own country and fixing your own mess, Kitter.
You see what you did?
We don't have no reason to be over there. This is Israel.
You see what you did, kid? I didn't do that, Mesmerize.
Right, yeah, let her finish.
I did it. I muted her.
This is Israel.
I muted her. I'm tired of hearing her.
Nothing to do with us.
And if you keep going, I'm gonna drop you.
Israel to run America. This fool told y'all. Don't pass the immigration bill.
But she's not making any points though. She's just talking.
Don't pass it. Wait till I get in there. I'm going to do this. Where that Latino lady?
All right, Mesmerize.
You're not saying it.
You're
not saying anything.
Kidder
Get to a
did this.
Yeah,
let
get
her,
to
yeah, let her.
It was
finish
Kidder's
she's
fault.
saying.
I'm blaming
gotta
you,
be
Kidder.
fair though.
That lady is out of her
He just
mind.
rambling.
She needs to
all
be
these other
deported.
people, y'all ready to go fight? Because that's what y'all about to do. Our stockpile dwindling. So you ready to
This
go
was
fight
Kidder's
Wonder
fault.
Bread?
We don't even know how
Don't
much
do
stockpile
it.
we have.
Don't do
Yes,
do it.
we
Sorry,
do,
Legacy.
dummy.
Sorry.
plan.
God dang it.
My bad, bro. My bad. I'm done.
Did you land your plane, Mesmerize? I think she did. She muted.
I told the host I was
You need
going
some
on
Trump
mute.
Kool-Aid,
Just
baby.
wanted
You
me
need
to
some Trump
scramble these
Kool-Aid.
eggs
I'm gonna send you
again.
some.
Host, I'm going on mute.
Okay.
I'm not sure
Welcome
she
to
ever
the panel,
got
Dad. Welcome to the
Dad
panel,
dude,
Dad
you
dude.
get 8 months of words too. Make it fun.
Did you want to respond to one of the topics? Or did you want to
I would
respond
like
to
to
one of the
discuss
topics?
mixed messaging. If I could have just a fraction of the time the lady before me had, I start in 20 got into the race in 2017 was as a result of the Charlottesville rally. Everyone remember that? Well, lo and behold, guess what? The reason the Charlottesville rally ever took form is because our friends at the SPLC funded $276,000 to the Triple K. Oh, not only did they do that, they also orchestrated a busing campaign to usher in the Unite the Right organization. Remember those guys? So I have a bit of a mixed message for you. For the last decade, we have been told that white supremacy is the single largest threat to America. But yet today we find out that a heavily Democratic organization has been behind the funding of these, quote, white supremacy organizations, and now they've been indicted by the DOJ. Not only that, they also admitted they did it. They admitted they did it and came up with some lame brain excuse. The reason we did it was so that we could uncover criminal activity. But wait, they didn't turn over any criminal activity there. So my question is, how does it feel? Like, that's gotta suck, man. Like,
I'm glad you brought that up.
That dude, are you under the impression that we don't know that racist white liberals exist?
But you align yourself
I'm
with
under the impression that you thought the SPLC was your ally.
Go ahead.
I'm glad. You can go ahead, Ms. Corey. But I'm going to flame him. So you bring up, so I like the fact that you do this. I actually like the fact you listen to black music too, that you can come up with these type of talking points. Let me just tell you something, sir. Before you get on this tangent, let's be very clear. Individuals that look like you are the biggest threat in this entire world, specifically in the United States of America. Mind you, before you point to any Democrat or any liberal, it was someone that looked like you that unalived MLK, that unalived Medgar Evers. Don't you fix your lips and talk about what Joe Biden talking about in terms of the biggest threat. Because in fact, when black people talk about it, we actually think people that look like you are the biggest threat. We do that. I didn't ask you nothing, brother. I didn't ask you nothing. I'm talking to this dad dude person.
I'm confused as to what you're saying.
If you're confused, then shut the F up. That's what you do.
You don't got to hurt my feelings. I'm human.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to drop you, bro. I'm not even playing with you. Stay out of this. Dad dude, you come up with these silly, stupid points, and you think you cooking. You're going to get cooked the wrong way up here. Don't do that. Because I don't think you prepared for that type of conversation. As you inboxed me before and talk about I made a point, don't ever come up here trying to talk about what Joe Biden talking about in terms of white supremacy, because the white man in this country, in terms of black people, is the biggest threat to us and our existence. And they have undermined us for more than 400 years. You better take your ass somewhere else and go on another live with that talking point, because you'll never make it over here, ever.
Let's talk about some facts, ML.
The only fact I want to talk about is you talk about the two topics to the left that's behind Twins' head. Otherwise, don't you ever talk about no white supremacy, because you actually are white.
Oh yeah, mixed messaging. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Because
wait, so that dude,
are you
telling me that? Are you to clarify what your point with the SPLC? Are you telling me that the Trump administration is going after them for doing payments towards the Klan, but he didn't also indict the Klan? Paid informant. Are you telling me that Trump also couldn't indict the Klan and he's protecting them? Is that the argument that you're going with?
But they're not.
We can get to that, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, we can definitely get to that. But I got to clean up on aisle 3 right now with ML. All right.
Oh, he want to run from that.
Not clean up on aisle 3.
I'll put it in the parking lot. I'll come back to it. But I got to clean up on aisle 3 right now, because ML said I'm not talking about facts. It is beyond fact, and it is irrefutable that Joe Biden said the reason he got into the race was because of Charlottesville. Now we know that Charlottesville was a fake manufactured rally. It was a fake manufactured rally at the hands of the SPLC.
No, but Trump's DOJ and FBI, his first term, pointed out that.
Whoa, Emmanuel, I wasn't. Look, man, look. Let's have a.
Joe Biden got into the race because he said he wanted to save the soul of America. To save the soul of America.
Okay, so was Charlottesville the catalyst or no?
It wasn't the catalyst. Since you want to take that white talking point,
it was the catalyst.
I'm actually okay with that white man. I'm actually okay with that white man, Joe Biden. Actually, because you're making it like he used that as a reason, as if he used black people. Well, let me tell you, I want to say it very calmly. I'm actually very much so okay with what Joe Biden has done, gaffes and all. Because guess what? We have a raging lunatic that's obviously confused, don't know much of what he's doing, that's currently in office, that has shared. You don't want me to go into all this stuff, because we got a list of things. Again, you don't really want to have this type of conversation because we can talk about a number of things, well over 100 that Trump has done against particularly and specifically Black people, mainly sharing a picture or a meme of the two most prominent Black people in America, Barack Obama and President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. So again, respectfully to you, as you stated, I don't think you really want to have this type of conversation because I'm going to flame you until I can't anymore. I don't think you
Well,
want to have this type of conversation.
ML, that's where you got me
So hold
wrong.
on,
That's
Daddy.
where you
Hold
got me
on
wrong,
one
ML.
second. Hold on one second, love. Let me just read what Joe Biden put out when he decided to run for president. He said, the core values of this nation, our standing in the world, our very democracy, everything that has made America America is at stake. That's why today I'm announcing my candidacy for president of the United States. That's what he stated why he was getting into the race. Democracy, our standing in the world, what makes America what is America was at stake.
So that dude, are you ready to now address that the Trump administration is protecting the
Somebody
Klan?
muted me there.
I did,
Okay.
but that was what he
One moment.
specifically
I must
stated.
address Miss Corey.
And then he put pound Joe 2020.
NPR. Y'all.
You're breaking up that.
You break 2017 white supremacist rally, Charlottesville, Virginia, and President Donald Trump's subsequent response
live,
were the
y'all.
primary reasons he decided to run for president in 2020. That's from NPR. I guess you guys reject that. But here's the thing. Emil, I do want to have this conversation. And whether you realize it or not, I am well equipped to have this conversation. I don't run away from anything. You guys have seen me up here. I don't run away. I try to
You are
engage
running.
in dialogue.
You're not
Do I
engaging.
reject
I
the
asked you a
meme
clear
that was posted? Emmanuel, I respectfully put that in the parking lot. I've got some cleanup to do, and I'll come back to that. Okay.
Wait, hold on, Emmanuel. Hold on. He trying to.
man.
He said he trying to cook.
He going point
Emil.
for point. He'll probably circle back to you.
Go ahead. I'm
No, ML doesn't think I'm equipped to have this conversation. And respectfully, I'm well equipped to have the conversation. And I want the conversation. I want all the smoke, ML, that you got to bring. All right. I want it all because here's the thing. I know I'll be muted. I know I'll be shut down. I know that you'll use your voice to talk over me. And below what should be held at that level of
Anything
politics.
but racist.
Hold on
But
one
that's
second,
not the
Emmanuel.
topic. That's not the topic that we're talking about. What we're talking about is the fact that the word racism is the single most emotionally manipulating factor targeted at the Black community. And for the last 10 years, your own side has used it and funded the opposition to make you think that it is much larger than what it is.
Do you think that Black
I'll let you
people
go ahead,
need
Miss
to be?
Corey.
Do you think, given the history in America, that Black people need to be told that racism exists? Given our personal experiences.
Do you think it needs to be? Do you think it needs to be fueled where there isn't some? You know, I'm regretful Quinn isn't up here because this brings the question that I have for Quinn, and he's not here, so I'm not.
fraud. They don't care about fraud because Trump pardoned the one dude that got the billions out of Medicare and Medicaid.
Thank you.
But yeah, they don't care about fraud. We're talking about billions. This man got billions, and Trump pardoned him.
It reminds me of how, Emmanuel, they tried to say, oh, the FBI was in on J6 because they were at the Capitol, when of course they were at the Capitol. Their FBI agents are always roaming around. So that's what it feels like, is they try to make the connection, oh, because they were there, they were participating in the attack. And it seems like they're trying to muck up the water on what's happening in this case too.
Well, to your point, Miss Corey, and I'll say this: I got to sign off. I got an 11 o'clock. Trying to muck up the water.
We know your dollar amount, that dude.
I believe that this was dropped on the day that it was because they were trying to get in front of what happened in Virginia. When it tries to, especially those people who donated to SPLC under the premise that they were doing good for their beliefs and that their money could have gone for this purpose, that's frustrating.
They were doing good.
Do you think Trump is racist?
Well, if they're trying to root out, if they're trying to get dirt on these organizations,
then why didn't they turn it over, Miss Corey? Why did this go on for 10 years? Why did they? This goes all the way back to 2013.
They did turn things over, and people got in trouble and indicted. They did win lawsuits.
We're talking about criminal activity here.
Yes.
We're talking about FBI indictments. We're not talking about some civil lawsuit.
Indictments.
What we're talking about is criminality. Okay.
Hold on, one at a time.
And what I'm saying to you,
anybody, honey, it's just a warning. The indictment is a warning for you not to try to protect certain people. The indictment.
People that you really don't trust. For one, you don't want to trust the FBI because they've got leaks. You protect your informants.
Well,
so
you guys
Esai,
are reaching now.
that dude. This is from Kash Patel's FBI. It says in early October 2025, Kash Patel announced the termination of FBI's partnership with the SPLC. So if they had a partnership, doesn't that give the impression that they were working with the SPLC up until 2025? Meaning the SPLC could have been saying to the FBI, here's the information that we garnered from our informants. Take this, do what you do. And it was in October 2025 is when Kash Patel decided to end that partnership.
And not only that,
labeling the organization as a partisan smear machine. I don't know what that's about.
I believe they got receipts. Me personally, I think the FBI, I think they've got receipts. That's why when they asked him, he's able to say, yeah, Dad Dude's able to say.
This is Kash Patel's words. We're ending the partnership.
Right. So
with
they've
them.
I believe they've got receipts. Like the fact that you think.
Guys, you're missing the admission. They did it. Yes, they didn't turn any of this information over until they got caught. Like, you're just totally not even factoring that in.
That's not what they said.
Okay, so then why would Kash Patel say that they were if they were in partnership with each other?
Morning, Jay.
Doesn't that mean that they were sharing information between each other?
Your day tomorrow. Today is Annabelle Day. I thought today was your day. Your day is tomorrow.
Miss Corey, if you and I are business partners in something, and I find a better way of doing business, and maybe I'm looking to cut you out, am I going to tell you about that? No, I'm just going to execute on it. That's what I'm going to do if that's the type of business person I am, which I'm not. But here's the thing. You're operating from the premise that they're turning over everything to the FBI, which they already said and acknowledged they did not.
Well, Kash Patel said that he severed ties because of their partisan smear, they were labeling people as a partisan smear machine.
Right. They were protecting them. They're protecting. They don't want this type of group out there. They don't want any law firm going against AAA, the Triple K.
Well,
and they said they had a politicized agenda.
Exactly.
I think
Right.
this
They're
is
going after all these groups. Any group
That's
with
where it
like
becomes.
Accusations from conservative groups that it unfairly then with the narrative that they give to the public.
Yes.
Their name is on, they're saying one thing, but publicly they spin it to something else. So we have to be mindful that this administration does not always operate above board.
All these assumptions about how things are going. To the plot of the situation that they've under.
Well, this administration is going to spin it as, oh, racism in America is a big thing. But really, when you get to the indictment, it just says they were